Good morning, good evening, good night. No matter where you are on this planet, I'm sending you love and light. Check me out. I want to talk about questionable energy. Now, you got three different schools of thought initially. So you got your what's going on in the subconscious and the conscious. Then you got what's going on in your heart and the conscious. Then you got what's going on in your gut. Now, what y'all got to understand is everything moves on a different frequency, right? Thoughts come from a different realm. If you are able to tune into an idea or a thought, that is indicative of where you are in the universe and where the universe is in you. This is how people be coming up with these great ideas, these paintings, these works of art, number one hit songs, new inventions. All of this is because they're in tune. Yes, they've put in the work, but they put in the work to be in tune with an idea. So, having said that, in regards to questionable energy, people, a lot of us, and I'm pretty sure everybody on the planet can attest to the fact that you've probably been in a situation where you knew this chain of events made you feel shaky, where you knew this man or this woman made you feel like questionable to their actual intent. This came from either your heart or your gut. You felt it internally. This is the first mind. When they say follow your first mind, you have to actually be in tune with what that actually is, because the gut will hit you, boom, and then you'll start thinking. So I'm not saying don't be logical, don't be rational, don't think, don't contemplate. Yes, but there are specific situations where your gut or your heart will literally be hitting you, and you'll pause and try to figure it out and rationalize it. But you have to understand that the subconscious is still at play. And based off of what negative coping mechanisms, how distorted your perspective is from the negativity you've experienced, you might not see presently through the proper lens if you're not walking in spirit. I'm trying to communicate this information, this perspective, in the best way I can, because energy is real. Body language is real. Intuition is real. Spirit is real. Y'all ever walk into a room and you can feel the negative vibe, or you know what I mean? You can tell somebody just got into an argument, even if you wasn't present for the argument, or that there's some pre-existing beef. You can see it in the body language, eyes, tone, yada, yada, yada. Even if they're not speaking, you can read it. You can feel it. Same thing with sexual chemistry, right? You ever been at a party and you can tell two people want to bang? You know what I'm saying? Or at a bar and you can see that there's some, or on a date and you look over and you see a couple really vibing. You can just feel the chemistry. Bro, this is all energy, bro. And if people, you have to be really in tune with this spirit and trust your gut instinct and your heart over what somebody else is telling, because that's a lot of the complication. It's how you see a person, what you want to believe, what you're choosing to believe, and then you override the spirit and then you fall for the trick. A lot of the times, even with dating, we know that certain people aren't good for us, and we still choose to see something else in them, and then we get hurt and complain at the end, right? Follow that gut instinct, because intuition is actually real, and we don't have to repeat certain cycles of synchronicities. A lot of the times, these demonic spirits, these people that want to hold you back, they'll rope you back in, right? Narcissism, victimizing victims, reverse psychology, manipulation, deception, right? That people, it's a list of things that people will do when they have false intent, and they see that you're realizing it. It's a list of things that they'll do to try to rope you back in. And if you don't follow your heart, and if you're not strong enough to remove yourself, you will get roped back into these cycles of negative relationships and situations, bro. Like cutting ties, acceptance, surrender, very important factors in life I've found. And equally as important is that heart and that gut instinct, because these are frequencies. These are energies. This is information. This is a voice. You just have to listen. I'm going to end this with my mantra. Good morning, good evening, good night. No matter where you are on this planet, I'm sending you love and light. I'm gone.